And now I am pleased to present the 2013 Senior Class Orator, Michael Jarvis. Mr. Jarvis was selected by the senior class officers after interviewing several outstanding candidates. Mr. Jarvis is a graduating senior from the Carl H. Lindner College of Business.
Thank you, Chairman Barrett. Thank you. So, thanks everybody. When I was writing this speech, I tried to do a lot of research on what makes up a good commencement address, and while the recommendations themselves weren't too bad, by far the best thing I took away from all of my research was knowing that now that I'm finished with school, I can once again use Wikipedia as my primary source of information. First, I want to congratulate everyone here today, all of the friends and family in attendance for helping shape us into the outstanding men and women that we are. I want to congratulate all the professors on a job well done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate all of you for earning your degree from this great institution. I personally cannot imagine any other place I would have rather spent the past 5 years of my life, and I would guess most of you feel the same way. As undergraduates, we form friendships that will last a lifetime, experience things we never would have elsewhere, and shared memories we won't soon forget. Like when the Bearcat made national headlines for getting arrested after throwing snowballs into the crowd at a football game. What makes UC great are the people. We have world-class faculty, headed of course by our very social media active President Ono, hashtag hottest college in America. But our professors are only one part of the equation. I believe what truly makes UC special is us, the students. It's easy to take the student body for granted. It seems like just another day on campus when you hear about a CCM grad who landed a role on Broadway, a DAP student who just designed the logo for a national department store, or when the entire student body comes together to raise tens of thousands of dollars for charity. But these accomplishments should not be taken for granted because they're anything but normal. They're extraordinary. How did we accomplish these things? What allows us to be so extraordinary? A large part are our great professors and the facilities we have access to. But there is one simple, fundamental, and most basic reason we're able to do the things we do: our attitude. You're all hardworking, you're optimistic, you're resilient, and if you weren't, you wouldn't be sitting here listening to me speak right now. I used to think this kind of attitude was the norm around the country, and just like some of the things I mentioned earlier, I took it for granted. Maybe I've been too naive, or maybe I've just been so immersed in the UC culture that I blocked out the outside world. But I recently read that for the first time in our nation's history, the majority of people think that when today's children are adults, they'll be worse off than we are today. Well, I don't buy that. In fact, I think it's complete BS. The only way that The only way that will happen is if we allow it to happen, if we think it will happen. We live in the greatest country in the world, and that's because of us. It's our hardworking, pick yourself up by the bootstraps, optimistic attitude that makes our country so great and allows us to accomplish our goals. But after reading that article, it seems like we might be slowly moving away from that. That kind of apathy is dangerous. It's insidious. Not because America might slip from its position as the leader of the world, but because of the effects an attitude like that can have on our individual lives and relationships, personally and professionally. So, fellow Bearcats, my challenge to you is this: no matter what path you embark on after graduation, navigate that path with a great attitude, with a type of unbreakable spirit that has gotten you to where you are today, that has made UC what it is, and ultimately that has made our country what it is. We are the next great medical minds, business people, scientists, designers, and musicians. Don't let a bad break get you down. Instead, brush it off, stay focused, remain optimistic, and positively impact the people and environment around you. It seems like such a simple thing to do, but as the leaders of our generation, it is vital that we do so. In closing, I want to leave you with a quote on the importance of attitude from author Charles Swindoll. The longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude on life. Attitude to me is more important than facts. It is more important than the past, than education, than money, than circumstances, than failures, than successes, than what others think or say or do. It is more important than appearance, giftedness, or skill. It will make or break a company, a church, a home. The remarkable thing is we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for that day. We cannot change our past. We cannot change the fact that people will act in a certain way. We cannot change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is play on the one string we have, and that is our attitude. I am convinced that life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2013.